Hello again, everybody. Tyrone Gregory here to continue on in this amazing video series in choosing a website. We are now here in the fourth video, but as always, let's do a quick recap on the first three that we've talked about. So in video number one, we talked about why you need a website, why giving you purpose giving you power. And we, one of the two most heaviest things that stood out from that course, in my opinion, is one, the credibility that a website gives you, and two, the money you can make. So if you haven't checked out video one, make sure you go back, check out that video. In the second video, we talked about choosing a name for your website and the weight that goes along with choosing a name for your website. And we really kind of talked about the SEO considerations, keyword research, and choosing a name and making sure that it's easy to remember so that you can be ranked in the first few pages of those search engines. So make sure to go check out that video as well, video number two. And in video number three, we talked about hosting and how hosting can make or break your website. Choosing the right hosting is important. My personal recommendation, what I use, is Bluehost.com. So check them out. Check out video number three. And now here we are in the fourth video where we're going to talk about choosing a template. Remember, this video is for those who are not technically inclined and for those who do not have a lot of time and money to spend. So templates are a very important part of that process, especially when you don't have the time, money, or the technical know-how. So let's go ahead and get to video number four now. And here we go. The insanely simple, extremely awesome, most comprehensive guide to building a website or starting a blog for the self-employed. Boom, atom explosion. How about that? Or how about that? Catch me. Yeah, whatever. So choosing a template. Very important. We just talked about what a template is, but when it comes to choosing a template, there are millions of quadrillions of kabillions of templates out there to choose from. So I am going to my goal in this video is to kind of give you a few considerations when it comes to choosing a template to not put you in analysis paralysis, because with that many templates out there, it can be hard to choose one that's right for you and your website. So here are a few things to look for. One is the layout of a template. By now, you should already have a visual in mind of what you want your website to look like. You know how many pages, you want to know what kind of animations, if any, what buttons is going to be put where it's going to click. So when choosing a layout, try to choose one that matches what you've already visioned. Your layout can be as intricate as this. It can be as you know, I don't want to say complex, but you can see there's a lot of things in this particular layout. And again, I'm using the house example because, like I said, your template is going to help you design your home. So it is based on when your clients enter in, what are they going to see? And that template is going to help tell them that. So it can be as intricate as this design, or it can be as simplified as this design. Again, what do you want your clients to experience when they enter into your website? Your template should match that. So it is completely up to you, but keep that in mind. When you look at templates, preview them. Click on everything. Click on every menu item. Click on every image. Click on every button, every link. See what it does. See when they open the door, what are they going to see when it comes to your website? And if it fits what you're looking for, then you have found your template. Another thing to look for when choosing a template is the ease of customization. Again, this video series is for those who are not technically inclined, for those who don't have a lot of time and resources and don't want to spend a lot of money trying to hire somebody. So when you're looking for a template, You want one that is going to make it easy to customize for you, because in the end, you do not want to have to deal with a bunch of this. You don't want to deal with this, obviously. However, now I am saying however, because I do want you to have a basic understanding, at least, of the HTML, or so I say the language of the coding of the website. No, I don't want you to go out and learn the code. I don't want you to go out and learn all of this JavaScript and CSS and all. No, just have a simplified 1 + 1 = 2 type understanding of HTML. And the best way to do that, in my recommendation, I'm going to tell you my path, is through w3schools.com. This is where I learned the basic understanding of HTML, and it has helped me greatly when it comes to customizing my website and not having to actually pay somebody to go in and do the smallest thing, which cost me a large amount of money just because I did not know the basics. As you can see, w3schools.com is free. It's a great place to learn. They teach HTML, CSS, JavaScript, HTML, even XML, a lot of things. It's there for you free. I've only played with the HTML and CSS. And as you can see, it tells you try it for yourself, meaning that once you've looked at a tutorial, you can kind of go in and play around with the code and see what the result it produces to see if you understand it. And again, this is all free. So go in and get a basic understanding. It's good to know closing tags, beginning tags, paragraph tags, what H1 heading does, what H2 through H6 does. It's good to have at least a general understanding of that before you get into actually customizing your actual website. What else to look for? Is it optimized for mobile? This is extremely important, especially in the atmosphere and the world that we're living in today. Your template has to be optimized for mobile. If it's not optimized for mobile use, then let it go. Move on to the next. And let me share with you some facts, if I may. 1, 80% of people that do searches or that go to websites do so on a smartphone. And this is directly from Google themselves, probably one of the world's largest search engines out there. 80% of their users are using a smartphone. That number by itself should be enough to convince you that your template has to be optimized for mobile use. Okay. Next, 57% use more than one type of device. What they're saying is that of their users, not only do they use a smartphone, they still use a desktop. They may use an iPad or some other kind of device to access information via the web. A lot of times when people are at work, yes, they use their desktop, but when they're out or in the evening times, they like to use their cell phones. So 50% more of people use more than one device. 27% of people use a smartphone only, meaning that that's all that they do their search engine stuff on is strictly on a smartphone. But look at this. Only 14% of people use a computer only. I'm going to let that sink in. 14% of people use a computer only. That means that if your template is not optimized for mobile, then you'll only be able to reach 14% of the people that are searching for your information online. And that just isn't smart business use. So definitely make sure that your template is optimized for mobile use. Okay. Now, based on all of that, I am going to share with you what I use and why I use it. Okay. I use Betheme. Betheme, as you can see here, they purport themselves to be the biggest WordPress theme ever. And real quick, I haven't mentioned it, but just in case you did not know, WordPress is probably the biggest content management system when it comes to building websites out there. When we talked about in the beginning about housing all of your information and storing it in one nice and neat place, WordPress is it. Almost 90% of the website that you're seeing nowadays are probably built using WordPress. Okay. So BeatTheme works only with WordPress. All of my websites are built with WordPress, and BeatTheme is the best thing ever. So let me go ahead and give you the reasons why I am recommending BeatTheme to you. One, it was recommended to me. And I think it's funny. I believe it was recommended to me out of frustration because it was a developer or designer that I had hired to help me design the website that I still wasn't satisfied with, by the way, who recommended this to me. And I believe he recommended it to me because I was nitpicking. I wanted this button to glow, and I wanted this button to move here when this was clicked. I wanted this image to do that. I wanted too much. To finally, he said, you know what? Here's the theme that I've used to build client sites, and this worked magnificent, and everything you're asking, you can do using this theme. Okay, fine. Let me go check it out and see if it really does what he says it does. And you know what, guys? It does. I've played around with it, and after I got comfortable with using it, I now have built multiple sites with it to the point that people have hired me to build sites for them based off the fact that these the sites that I built using this theme is truly amazing. So it came recommended to me, so therefore I am recommending it to you. And another reason is because it is extremely easy to navigate. Again, I'm not the technically inclined individual. So when it comes to doing things, I need the easiest form possible. BeatTheme does that. It has something that is called the Muffin Builder, and I'm going to show you that in the next video. But in the Muffin Builder allows you to customize any of their templates to do anything that you wanted to do without hiring somebody. You can get a lot of things done due to the ease of navigation and the ease of customization of this theme. The other reason I like it is because it makes your house look magnanimous, meaning that it looks beautiful, beautiful. And here's why. Yes, we said the hosting is the framework and the foundation, and that's true. But with this theme, when they enter your home, all of the pictures on the wall, the Picassos, the Mona Lisas, the granite countertops, the wood floors, all of the nice things, that's what they see. That is the visual. BeatTheme provides the visual aesthetics for your website. It makes your house, your website look amazing. Okay. Fourth, it is very, very affordable. You get all of this that I am talking about, all of the things that I am going to show you, you are going to get for a very low price of $59. And that's as of this video. I don't know, and I don't know why. I'm not trying to say that they should raise the prices, but $59, you get everything that it has to offer. That's simply amazing, which is also tax deductible. So you really can't beat that. Very, very affordable. And the fifth reason why I highly recommend BeatTheme is obviously because I have over 5 sites that now use this thing. And because of these 5 sites, I now have people paying me to build it for them. When I'm like, dude, you can build it yourself. It's just that easy. But, you know, not everybody has time to do everything. So I completely understand. But based on my sites that I've used to get this, I have had clients pay me to do it for them. And for those clients that I do, I use this thing. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to give you a tour right now just how simple BeatTheme is and all of the features that come with it. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alrighty, folks, and here we are. It is time to take a tour of the B theme, the biggest WordPress theme ever. Here we are. The URL to find it is themes.muffingroup.com/B/splash. Kind of confusing there. So I'll just make sure that I put a link down at the bottom of the video so you can go right to it. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look. First thing I want to bring your attention to is the fact that it has over 260 pre-built templates that are fully ready to customize. They are all mobile ready. Everything you need is here. As you can see, they have the filters for business, entertainment, their creative blog. So if you click on one of the filters, it is going to categorize or show you all of the themes that they have designated to be pre-built for that particular industry, whether it's business, whether it's entertainment, the creative blog, whatever. You could even have a one pager. For example, if you wanted to create a lead page or a sales page, they even have those templates. But let's just go ahead and click on all, and I'm going to kind of scroll through so you can see just how beautifully crafted all of these templates are. I mean, look at the designs, and everything you see here is 100% customizable. I absolutely love it. Everyone does something different. Everyone has a different style. So remember, we talk about visualizing and, kind of planning out your website. You can actually just look, even if you're having troubles trying to, maybe come up with a creative idea. Scroll through these templates. Look at them. Look at how they're set up. Look at how they're done. Let's go ahead and take a look at one. One of the ones I like to show people and play with is one that's called Be Cleaner. And here it is here. And with any of these templates, all you have to do is click on the preview button, and it will open up in a new tab. Okay. Now, I don't know if you paid attention, but when you come on here, did you see the animations? This is what they call the slider image, which is pre-built. You can have this homepage image to be any size. Notice that the menu is transparent. As we scroll down here, you can, everything that you see here, you can do. Here is some of the blog previews. If you do have a blog or something that you want to preview, you can put it there. Notice the design of everything, the buttons, the animation. These are icons that either you can find and install yourself, or, it definitely comes with it. So let's kind of click on some of the things here. The About page. Notice the design. Again, everything here that you see on every last one of these templates is completely customizable. So go through each, 260 templates is a lot to go through, but go through each template, or as many as you can, or as many catch your eye, and kind of see exactly how it works. Let's go ahead and pick another one here. Another one I like to show, I do believe, is called Watch, B Theme Watch, because it has some things on it here, or the smart watch. Here it is. So when we click on this, we'll see what happens. Again, loading the information. Look at the animation on that. When I move the mouse, the image moves. How neat is that? And you can get stuff for free if you have stuff. Not you can get, but you can give things away for free if you have what they call a magnet, a lead magnet, something you want to download and entice people to sign up for your email list. You can put that right there. Here's columns. Again, you can see the animation. Notice how things are popping up. Hit the video. Oh, I guess that takes you back to the home screen, but I have seen them where if you press play on a video pops up. Again, go through each of the templates, find the ones that you like, ones that you say that you're comfortable dealing with, and just kind of look at them. I know there's one that's probably way here at the top, if I'm not mistaken. Where'd it go? Yes, wedding videos. Another one. This is a new one here, but look at this. Look at the background. It automatically starts playing a video in the background of this template. So if your main source of getting your information out there is video, then you can have a video plan to show your product or service. There's so many things you can do. The background images are completely customizable. Again, go through them. Don't look through all 260 of them. Just choose the one that kind of pique your attention or has a layout that you like and check them out. But what's most important about this tour B theme, what I really want to bring your attention to are these up here. The website, the builder, the header, the short code. So let's kind of look at these because these are the core elements of the actual B theme. First of all, going to the builder. Notice what it says here. You can build a website from scratch, no coding skills required. You can do it either with the Muffin Builder 3 or the Visual Composer. I am a fan of the Muffin Builder 3. That is what I use. That is what you see on this side. The Visual Composer, a little bit more challenging for me. You can go ahead and give it a try. Hey, if you can get it, good for you. I am a fan of the Muffin Builder. This one is displayed here. Okay. Either one works. Here, you can choose the grid of your actual layout. If you want a full width style website, if you want a boxed website, if you want the menu on the left or the right, or you want dual, that's completely optionable. Look at it, 20 customizable header sizes, which is this part right here where your menu is displayed. So you can have it modern, classic, plain, stack, and you can kind of go through and see all of them there. But let's check out some of the core features. Obviously, one-click demo. So what you do, and we'll show this in a different video, you choose a demo, you install it, and then you start changing all of the images on there, changing all of the links and stuff like that. But the template comes pre-built. Again, fully customizable. And this responsive and Retina ready, that means that it is going to be displayed across multiple platforms. This one comes already ready to do that on phones, on tablets, and on desktops. Beautiful. The short code generator, we'll kind of talk about that in a minute. The mega menu, you can choose your menu styles. Parallax video, we talked about the one page. Unlimited colors, you can choose whatever color your heart desires to set up your website. Typography is always important because you want to make it easy for your readers to read the text. Yes, we can get caught up in fancy text and things like that, but for the most part, you want to make sure that your typography is very simplistic. You can customize backgrounds. You can have multiple columns. I mean, there are so many things that you can do here. Translator. So if you're the kind of people or you're the kind of business that deals with multiple languages, you can have a built-in translator. You can read right to left, left to right. It really doesn't matter. It auto updates. If you get the plugin, you can get all the updates as they give it to you. The child theme, we'll kind of talk about that when we talk about building it and actually launching it. Note it is compatible with all browsers, which is 1,000% important, especially for SEO purposes. Optimized for speed, so it loads fast. It's SEO ready, and you get lifetime updates. And again, all of this for a very low price. Now, what's my favorite thing about B Theme are these things here, the short codes. So let's go ahead and browse the short codes, and I'll show you exactly what it is I mean when I say short codes. So the customizing of the site, or should I say the fancy customizing of the site, is done via these short codes. And as you can see here, the H1 headings, I kind of mentioned that when we was talking, what I encourage you to learn just a little bit of the language, because H1 or the heading tags define the size of the title. You can see H1 is this size, H2 is this size, and you can fully customize the size here. Drop caps. You know, when you see that big letter in front of a beginning paragraph, that's a drop cap. And the great thing about all the short codes, if you see a style that you like, all you have to do is click on the short code button. It gives you the short code here, but then it gives you an example. If you're not familiar how to make it do what it's supposed to do. You see the examples down here that you can play around with to make the short code look as it did here in the example. And it does this with highlights. You can see blue highlights, in which again, everything is customizable. If you wanted that highlight to be green, you can make it green. Tool tips. I like tool tips. Say, for instance, if you have a word there, you may think that your reader may not understand exactly what it is that you're trying to state. Well, if you hover over the tool tip, a definition can pop up. Or if you want to do it with an image, you can put that there. That's neat. I like that. And then again, if you want to know how to do that, just copy the short code. It's there. All the block quotes. Look at all the various button styles. The default button, you can see the animation, clear, it turns white. I mean, there's so many things here. Fancy links. I love the fancy links because instead of just having a regular colored link, you can get fancy with it, as the name implies. Fancy links. Watch when I hover over the link. Notice the animation that happens on each one. Line appears over here in the boxes. It does some fancy animation. Look at that. Beautiful. These light up here. Those X out, do some things, cross over. What does this one do? Change this. I mean, again, you can have regular links or you can have fancy links. And again, if you need that, press the short code and it shows you. Okay. Now here, images, obviously the images can be set to the left. It can be set to the right, as we see here. It can be set to the center. Depends on you. Usually I don't know what happens when you click on that, but you can make it link to something else. If you want to do an image, you can also have images with descriptions there in the bottom. List, you can have regular bullet points. You can have numbered bullet points. You can have column bullet points. Here's another. You can have check marks, stars, ideas, or a combination of the three. Icons, they have plenty icons there. And then the progress icons. Notice you can completely program that to move forward based on your algorithms. Links that link to things. Notice how they animate. And it says the icon bar, but they have a lot more icons than this, but you can see the animations that it do. And again, all of these you can include in your website. This is how you're going to make your house beautiful, by adding these things that make it stand out. So when people come in, they get a very wonderful experience by the type of things that you put together on your website. You can add lines, dividers, dots, squigglies. They support Google Font. If you are familiar with Google Font, these are alerts. If you wanted to include an alert in something, you can make them click on the link and then it'll take them to what the warning is. And when they finish with it, look, they can press the X and it disappears. It doesn't stay on the page. You can do that with all of them. And again, baby, there's that short code. You can see exactly how to do it. Idea boxes. When you click on that, it will take you to, again, whatever link you wanted to. I like pop-up boxes for if you wanted to, kind of like a tool tip, but if you wanted to display something like, hey, here's an example, click here. And when they click there, notice how the foreground or the background goes dark. The foreground becomes white, so it focuses all of their attention on that item that you want them to see beautifully. And again, you can do it as a button or you can do it as a link. Click on the short code, embed it, copy and paste. You're good to go. You can include tables, or this is just regular. It says code here, but this is actually a paragraph where you have a heading and then you have the content that's below it. So even if you're not familiar with how to do that, copy and paste the code. And here's a list of all of the icons that you're available to use on anything that they have. So, column sizes, you can put a long column, half columns, thirds, fourths. There's so many things you can do to make sure that you are fully customizing your website the way that you want it to do. So that's why I'm a fan. Just these short codes alone are the reason why I am a fan. And if you look at the blog, I just clicked on the blog tab here. It kind of shows you an idea of what a blog can look like. You can have the image to the left, content to the right. You can ask, do they like it? It'll tell you how many likes you have. If they're interested in reading more, they will press read more to read the full information. You can have categories. You can see you can put as many categories as you like. Recent comments here, blog quotes, so many styles that you can do there. And for those who are photographers, their portfolio, you can add images, and look, the images can, I think if you click on that, it actually will make it bigger. Yes. As you can see here, exit out. And if you wanted to move forward, you can make a link to something. So you can do a lot of things. And look at this, shop. Now, this is for those who actually sell or want to start selling online, or we kind of talked about adding a web presence or a web component to your retail store. This is where you would do it. Easily compatible with the free WordPress plugin by WooCommerce. So all you have to do is just take pictures of your items, your products, put it on here and have it available. Add it to your cart, send a link to something else. And look at that, beautifully designed. I don't know what the card will look like, but there it is. Products, and they can go to it. I mean, it's so many things you can do. Anything you can think of, any kind of project that you have, you can do it here with the Bee thing. All right. So don't wait no more. Just go ahead. You can get it. Press the buy now button. It'll take you to the Muffin Group page where you'll be able to get it and have fun, play around with it, enjoy it. It is the easiest thing to do. But in the last video, we'll go ahead and kind of dig real deep into it. So that's it for your tour. I am Tyrone Gregory, your tour guide, signing off, and enjoy. All right, folks, here we are. As you can see, Bee Theme is the absolute best theme template there is out there. As you can see, all of those short codes that make setting things up easy, simple cut and paste. We talked about the Muffin Builder, how you can structure your website, so many things. And did you see all of those amazing templates to choose from? Over 260. When I first started, it was only 240. So they are adding to it constantly. You can always change it, always add elements. It's just that simple. And that concludes video number 4. Again, I do appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, make sure you please leave them in the comments below. I respond to them there. If it's something you want to ask me privately, go ahead and shoot me an email. Or you can always just reach out to me on social media, Twitter, Facebook being the most popular for me. Those are the ones I respond to the fastest. And if you haven't done so by now, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you have done, heart goes out to you. Appreciate it. So one more video to go in this video series, y'all. So let's go ahead and get to it so we can start you on the road to success immediately. So let's go.